If I said that I was satisfied, I would be lying.
And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I want to put my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What,
Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is the wintertime finale for Empire. And as I said, if I said that I was satisfied, I would be lying to you. And I'm not. I last week was really good. Last week should have been the finale. Last week should have been the cliffhanger. Whatever. Let's talk about it. Andre's they've induced him into a coma. Okay, so he's basically in this coma. They're trying to bleed the drugs out of his system. Okay, so he has his own thing going on. And the one thing that the nurse has said to Lucius is because Lucius is sitting there with him, and the nurse said, your son is in his own world. Yes, God, he was in his own world. And in that world, he was on stage in concert. I said, whew, you really doing the most, ain't you? He had this little satin, double-breasted, little Lord Fauntleroy suit on, baby, and he was singing Superstar by Luther Vandross. I said, why y'all squeeze Trey Myers into that little suit? Y'all know y'all wrong, child. I was like, but it was a mess. But he was singing his little heart out at him and performing and carrying on. Then he was running around being crazy to my pop, 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 looking for Lucius. And Lucius is, in the real world, Lucius is sitting there. And I'm like, okay, no, there we go. Because we see, remember, there's always been that bond between Andre and Lucius. It's tumultuous. It's toxic. It just kind of is what it is. But he is the closest of the sons, really, to Lucius. He's done more of Lucius's dirty work than the other sons. Which is the funny part, because the closest to him, the person that is as treacherous as Lucius, that's as dangerous as Lucius, is actually Jamal. But whatever. But that Andre is just a snake in the grass, just like his daddy. But anyway, so we got all that going on. What else we found out? Becky's ass is pregnant. Now I don't know who done it. It's either the little gospel rapping boy, or child better not be thirsty. Because her and Thirsty, she slapped Thirsty in the face. And Thirsty was like, what's wrong? That baby better not be Thirsty. I better not find out that Becky was sticking her gushy up on Thirsty's bushy, because I'm going to be done. But I'm believing that it's the little rapping child, or maybe it's somebody else that we don't know about. I don't know. She's pretty fly these days, but she's pregnant. We seen her first. She was getting sick, looking at some shrimp. Then she was eating up all the damn candy and shit, and then her hormones was all pregnant. Thirsty called it right out, and that's what I was saying. Did you hit it? Is that why you? Whatever. We're gonna see. Then we see Warren bribes the damn doorman and gets his way into Jamal's house. Jamal cusses him out again, and he said, he had $10,000 that he was given by Diana Dubois to get out of town, and he used that $10,000 to bribe the doorman so he could get in and talk to Jamal. And he said, he deserves being all beat up and everything. Jamal's like, yeah, you did, and to die. And he goes on with that. Then he tells Jamal he has something to tell him, and Jamal's like, tell me what it is. Anyway. What's going on is basically Diana Dubois is planning this ball. It's the captain's ball. And the Lions are planning to crash. And they were doing all of this security detail and all that to make sure that the Lions couldn't crash. Well, you know how the Lions get down. Baby, they ended up having a going away party for Forrest Whitaker's character. I can't even think of his name right now. But they were having a going away party for him earlier that day. Left from there, changed clothes. They heading over to the damn ball. They know they're not invited, but they're going to make their way in. They decide to make their way in through the orchestra, okay? Because everything else was all jammed. And they made their way through the orchestra. Whatever. It's the Empire world. Whatever. So, first thing they do is they pull up. Before they pull up, Cookie and Lucius get to going back and forth. He's telling her, you know, you've been shady to me lately. Do it have to do with my leg? Cookie's like, man, I don't give a goddamn about your goddamn leg or lack thereof. And he's like, because if you're thinking that I can't get you with this third leg, you just wrong. I could give it to you like I always gave it to you, with or my leg on or off. I'm like, oh, God. Like, who cares, Lucius? Who cares? And she's like, I ain't concerned about none of that. You ain't going to give it to me no kind of way. I'm concerned about taking off Diana Dubois' goddamn head. Now, are you being Lucius or are you being Dwight? Because I don't really have time for Dwight. I'm being Lucius. Okay, well, shut the fuck up, sit over there, and watch me work. Period. I said, okay. So they go in over. First thing they do, they kidnap Angelo. Angelo's going to make a run to go somewhere. They kidnap his ass, take him back in this alley, and makes him sign off on this admission of guilt. There's an admission that his mother had foul play to do with the kidnapping of Bella and all of this kind of carrying on. He's like, I'm not sad in that. You know, he gave him a little rigmarole back and forth. Lucius took out a gun and pistol whipped the shit out of him. Because in the midst of him talking all smart, he had the nerve to sit and tell Lucius, the only thing you and I got in common is that we both fucked that damn tramp, that Cookie. And he said, what? Beat the shit out of him with that gun. I said, Charlie, that clapped him with the goddamn butt of the gun. I said, you had that coming, honey. He beat him down. So he ended up signing off on. He was all swollen up and lumped up. And they come back to the ball. They went right through the front door as his guests. And they tried to stop him and said, oh no, Lucius lied. You can't come in there. Said, oh, he's my guest. Come on. They came on and they literally, the Lions crashed the ball. They crashed the ball. Changed up the music. You know, Diana Dubois was about ready to die, okay? Went up in there. Jamala Hakeem performed that song that they did. Kept calling Diana Dubois Dee Dee. I said, Lord have mercy. This one's for you, Dee Dee, girl. I said, okay. Did all that. Cookie ends up taking the mic after that. And she tells, you know, Hakeem and them that they can go. Then she begins to tell the crowd all of the dastardly, just downright nasty shit that she's been doing. That she told them about Andre being in the hospital. She told them about her kidnapping Bella. About putting the nephew on Jamal. Then the niece was standing out there, told about her and how she was whored out to the doctor who was actually there and present, and how he gave her son all the pills. Honey, and all the rich people were given. Ooh. I said, uh-huh. So they went through all of that. Then everybody was like, yay, Cookie, fuck you, Dee Dee. And she was taking it at first. And then you seen Angelo leave. He said, I'm leaving. He was leaving out. And Mother said, what are you doing? He said, because they put old boy Warren, they had him heading out somewhere, had him live streaming in, and he told his part. He told his part about what she had did. He told the part and all of that. And just how, dastardly she was. And Angela said, I'm going to go find him and I'm going to take him down. I'm going to make him pay. I said, okay, girl, whatever. So they went through all of that. Then Cookie said, okay, let's get this party started. Right, honey? And all this time, Diana's like, oh, they better call the police, this, that, thing, the other, blah, 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 blah. They call the police. The police actually show up. When they did show up, baby, they put Diana Dubois behind under arrest for the kidnapping of Bella Lyon, honey. And she was given, going to jail, honey. She gave, don't touch me. And walked out. They walked her on out instead of cuffing her, honey. And the people were clapping and they was giving, fuck her, honey. So then they was just having a party after that. Upstairs in the hotel that the party was in, Anika had slid on out. Jamal follows, not Jamal, sorry, Hakeem follows her and goes up. He got a paper for her. He busts in on her and tells her, you can sign right here because we got videos. Warren gave us the information. We have video of you consorting with Diana Dubois. So you will be charged for the kidnapping of Bella as well. Now, if you sign this waiver, we'll just act like we don't know that those tapes are there. But if you start any shit from here on out, you will have a problem. So she cries and, no, Hakeem, don't take her away from it, girl. He said, shut up, honey. Shut up all that crying. Took his baby and went on about his business. So all that went down. Okay, so then Angelo actually busts into the motel. Warren's actually thinking it's Jamal showing up at the motel. It's Angelo. Angelo gets in there. Now he has Warren at gunpoint. Then Jamal comes in behind him, and now he has them both at gunpoint. He shoots Warren, and then him and Jamal get the Tesla over the gun, carry it on, and then they bang it up against the wall, and then bam, somebody gets shot. We're like, okay, who is it? Of course we know it's not Jamal because he got fucked up last time. So it's Angelo. He falls down to the ground. Jamal calls 911. Warren's just shot in the shoulder. So that's it. That's all we see of him. Boom. They're done. Okay, so now, of course, Andre is at a location where they have him hidden too. Nobody knows where Andre is. But Shine then found Andre. He's in there. He's talking to Andre and saying, you ain't been running your mouth, have you? This, that, and the other. And right before that, Cookie had actually left and went on back to the mansion. Lucius said he was going to go talk with Andre. He gets in there and he's talking to Andre, and Lucius walks. Is like, Shine, what are you doing here? Because remember, Andre and Shine always was at each other before Lucius got sick. Shine said, oh, we squashed all that. I came to see about my boy. Me and Andre is boys now. This, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. How'd you find him? Oh, you ain't the only one with juice. Whatever. So he walks on out and he leaves. So Lucius is sitting there talking to Andre. Boy, that damn Andre ends up in his comatose state. He starts spilling the tea. And he then basically told Lucius he's the one that tried to kill him. And Lucius is like, what? Child, and just when that happens, somebody comes up behind Lucius and in the neck, baby, gives him a little something, something in the neck, a little sedation. And then we actually end up seeing who that is a little bit later on. It's Claudia. She's back. Now we're moving into the whole misery storyline. She got him out in this wood, this log cabin somewhere. And Cookie wakes up in the morning. She ain't heard from Jamal, so she don't know that that's going on. As she's laying there in the bed, Lucius ain't never showed up. She fell asleep with her gown on. She wake up like, well, where's Lucius at? Child, that was the end of it. That was the cliffhanger. So she don't know about Jamal. She don't know where the hell Lucius is. Little boy with the big shoes got his baby back. Diana Dubois in jail. Angela's dead, the motherfucker. Becky's pregnant. Oh, I knew there was something else. Right as Forrest Whitaker is actually leaving, his ex-wife shows up. It's Nicole Aubrey Parker, who I absolutely love. Shows up and she just looks like an old stinking hooker, Annie. She is showing up with, she's the ex-wife of Charles. That's his name, Charles Barker. She's Charles's ex-wife, and here he done got taken in a Ponzi scam where he was actually supposed to be going off. Ain't none of that happening. So he tells her, don't worry about it. They wanted me to stay really at Empire, so I got some ideas. So he's going to stick around. He going to have some shit running because he don't have the money no more. He's been scammed out of all his money. So we're going to have to look out for him next time, too. I said, this would have been a fine cliffhanger if last week had never happened. That's all I'm going to say about that. But that was it. I'll catch y'all in the spring with this. All right. Later.